Yo, what is good, all my gamers out there? It's that one and only X-Runner and Beast, and today you guys are watching some of that Medal of Honor Warfighter using the HK416, playing with my boy Wall Guy. Now, shout outs do go out to him. If you haven't seen his channel, him and his brother kick ass. It's always got to show some love. If you haven't seen their channel, do go watch their videos and hit that lovely subscribe button. But anyways, guys, on today's video, we're going to be focusing on, well, two things of good news, or two bits of good news from both Sony and Microsoft. Now, yes, Nintendo did just come out with a Nintendo Direct for Smash Brothers, and let me tell you, that game is looking pretty damn dope. But I might touch up on Smash Brothers a little bit later. But for now, some good news from both Microsoft and Sony. You know, got a little bit of flavor for both the fans. So if you are interested, do stay around and watch the whole video. But first, let's talk about Microsoft. Now, there's a possible 360 emulator coming to the Xbox One. Now, one of their development heads, Frank Savage, pretty much said that there are plans for a 360 emulator, but they're not done thinking them through because they're going through some technical difficulties to try to get this thing working. It's more likely due to the specs being different, because we all know consoles are a little bit different than how they work on PC. So they're going through some technical difficulties, but pretty much they have been thinking about a 360 emulator for the Xbox One, and it's more than possible as long as they get everything right. And look at this guy right here. I can't believe I actually missed him. My accuracy was kind of off. Not only that, but he was on my left side the whole time, and I didn't see that fucking demolition jackass, man. You know what? That was all my fault, though. I'm not even gonna blame it on him, though. It's all my fault right there. But anyways, so yeah, 360 emulator possibly come out for the Xbox One. This is actually some pretty damn good news right here, because we know Sony was working on some sort of emulator to allow you to play older PlayStation games. So it only seems fitting that Microsoft would try to go out and do the same thing, so they just don't get completely outdone. Now, I wonder if these games are gonna be or some specific games anyway. I wonder if they're going to try to make them into 1080p 60 frames. I wonder if they're going to try to change these games up a bit, or they're just going to play like normal how they played pretty much on the 360 normal 360 games. So I mean, yeah, it's pretty interesting. You get to go back and play some of the older Halos and the Gears of Wars and such like that. So I mean, for you Xbox fans, are you happy to hear this? Happy to hear that this is a possibility? Let me know in the comments. Now on to Sony. Last of Us has pretty much been confirmed coming to the PlayStation 4 now. Now, originally, there was a bunch of rumors coming out saying that, hey, The Last of Us is coming to the PlayStation 4, but you know, sometimes you have to just take a rumor with a grain of salt. But now, on the Sony Entertainment Network.com, you can actually pre-order The Last of Us, and it pretty much shows you, what you can get for pre-ordering the game, and all the information that you need to know, pretty much, at least most of the information. Now, the game is going to retail for $60 US. It's going to come with all the DLC, and the game will be native 1080p. Now, there is no word about if the game is actually going to run at 60 frames per second, which is weird to me, because Sony has been on this whole movement about just getting the games looking and running as good as possible. Now, they've been in this whole 1080p 60 frames per second movement. So I find it weird that there is no word yet as to which game, how many frames this game is going to be running at. So, I mean, I think maybe Naughty Dog is still working on this, and that's why they haven't said anything about it. But hopefully, the game is running at 60 frames, because, I mean, once you go 60 frames, guys, you never go back. Trust me, been doing a lot of PC gaming lately, and a lot of my games run at 60 frames or even higher. You know, I have some games that run at least at 100 something odd frames. So, I mean, once you go high frames, you can't go back. It's really hard to go back. Not to say that 30 frames will make this game suck or anything, but hopefully 60 frames happens with The Last of Us, because they make the game even so much more better. Now, the only thing that stings about this with me, guys, is that two things actually: the price and the release date. Let's talk about the price first. The price kind of hurts the wallet a little bit, because I've already bought this game on the PlayStation 3, and I know a lot of you guys did too as well. You probably bought the DLC, so the fact that we have to pay $60 again. Shut up, phone. But anyways, the fact that we have to pay $60 again really does suck. So I mean, it hurts the wallet. I know the value's there with the DLC, but no, it just sucks having to pay $60. And the release date. The release date is kind of later on. I mean, it's pretty much at the end of the year. Hopefully, this is just a placeholder date. We get it sooner, but oh well, it's what it is. But Anyways, guys, two good news for Microsoft and Sony. You guys let me know how you feel about these things in the comments, and I'll be talking to you guys next time. Laters.